what's your hot take on alcohol consumption by pregnant women?
For me, it's a no because there are so many side effects that would cause.
I can't say they should eradicate alcohol for pregnant women.
Pregnant women should stop taking alcohol because I think taking alcohol can actually affect their children or the child in the womb.
For example, I had a lady that was in my location, I'm from Benin, Edo State
Okay.
precisely. Okay, at some point she started taking alcohol because she said she was frustrated. But that actually affected the baby because baby became paralyzed.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Okay, can you tell us like any mental disorder that you know of?
Okay, I'll just say fatigue from men. Not really a mental health disorder per se, but it's just from I think the way the old stress and everything. So I think most men, especially when relating with clients, they tend to pour this their anger and the frustration. I don't know, which tends to affect the clients and even the way they relate to people. And also, they tend to take it home and also pour on their family and children. So it's not really a mental health disorder, but I think it's sort of mental health. Like if an awareness can be taken on that, it will also
Yes.
try like tend to actually reduce that in quotes because it's really something that is of much more concern to we as humans, especially when we have having conversations. Some persons tend to think about it, and it's not really ideal.
Thank you so much. So, have you heard of the acronym FASD?
Not really. It's my
Okay,
first
it
time.
means fetal alcohol absorption spectrum, and
Okay.
it's just basically when a fetus is exposed to alcohol. Yeah.
Okay.
So, what do you think? What's your take on the pregnant women taking alcohol?
For me, it's a no because there are so many side effects that would cause. For example, I had a lady that was in my location, I'm from Benin, Edo State
Okay.
precisely. Okay, at some point she started taking alcohol because she said she was frustrated. But that actually affected the baby because baby became paralyzed. So for me, it's a no. Yeah, it's a big no. But I think at some point, some persons take it, especially when they just give birth, trying to reduce some wounds or heal some things. But I think there can also be a constraint. But I don't really know. I'm not in medical field. But
Yeah.
I think I would say pregnant women should stop taking alcohol because I think taking alcohol can actually affect their children or the child in the womb. So I would say they should stop taking alcohol. Rather, they can take some other kind of drink. They can still take something like an energy drink or this carbonated drink. And I think some pregnant women during pregnancy, they might actually be like, all this trauma pregnancy women, they might just feel like, let me take this kind of alcohol to just ease myself. But then I will actually say no, because that will actually affect them, affect the bikini, and then affect the pregnant brain.
Action. FASD, that's fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, where if the mother takes alcohol, it can affect the baby's neurological health. So, what's your hot take on pregnant women taking alcohol?
I think this is where the government needs to come in. They should try and control and spread more awareness on the dangers of women taking alcohol, because I think most of these women, they don't actually know the effect it has on their children. So they basically think of themselves while taking this alcohol, unknown to them that it has have effects on their children. So I think there should be like maybe a seminar or maybe an occasion, maybe that should be done maybe in places like the ghettos, because I think this is where issues like this are more common. So
Okay.
more awareness generally around Nigeria, but I think they should concentrate more on the ghetto so that these women, they should understand the risk of what
Okay,
they're
what
doing.
about in cases where usually, as a matter of fact, even in Nigeria, it is not left to the women. Some traditional measures believe that women should take alcohol as part of their, like, maybe they want to do something and they say, oh, take dry gin, take this, and do you get? Like, as a man, what do you think you would do differently about the mental wellness in Nigeria generally?
Well, personally, I think some people still believe in herbs and other stuff. So even sometimes, even without pregnant women, when they are sick, they tend to go for herbal
Herbal
treatments,
concoctions, yeah.
taking agbo and stuff like that. So I think maybe the government again, or maybe medical personnel, trained medical personnel, should try and encourage medical checkups. Like you should know that these medicines, they are the best options to go for, because most of these herbs, they might actually fix the problem they want to fix, but it might end up creating more side effects and stuff like that. So I think as a man, or I think the government should try and help and educate the common man about stuff like
Okay.
this.
So what about you? What's your hot take on mental wellness for men and women generally?
My own
Pregnant
take
women aside. As a Nigerian,
as a Nigerian on mental awareness and
mental
alcohol.
health generally. Do you think our mental health is like of prior importance? Do you think they are taking enough steps to educate people about their mental
No,
health?
I don't think they are taking enough steps because this is Nigeria. In Nigeria, many things are taken for granted. You get
You get to
some
talk it
people,
off.
yeah. So some people are walking on the street now. Many people are going through a lot, and some might be mental, so might be emotional, something you get. So I think we take things for granted. Somebody might actually tell you is going through a lot, and you just
Push
you
it
you
away.
as an individual, you just push it away. You won't take it very serious. So I think it's even myself. I would say I'm guilty. So it's a Nigerian something. So I don't think it's something we actually take serious. And I don't know the next step we need to take to make it to get to the next step and make it more serious. I don't know the next step,
Just
but
need
I
to do
feel it's
better.
something we need to do better.
Thank you so much for your time. What is your hot take? What is your hot take generally, like as a man in Nigeria? What do you think mental health is about in Nigeria? What's your hot take on mental health of Nigerians?
Well, the situation of the country itself is enough to like cause many mental health disorder to the citizens of the country.
Yes.
So so I think generally the like I say like the situations for example, okay, yes, I forgot to mention one that also there's also one common one which is the post traumatic stress
Oh
disorder,
yes,
yeah, PTSD.
PTSD.
So yeah, based on like people's past experience with things like maybe a bad event happened to the person and all that. And even in this country, so, there are many things that we feel like it's normal, but it's not normal. And especially as a man, the there are things that people feel that okay, as a man, they feel like you don't need to. Yeah, you don't need to like break down or something. And meanwhile, that stuff is killing most men because they feel like as a man, I cannot cry. Yeah, maybe a bad thing happened to you later. You are a man now, you can take it, stuff like that. But then it is not all men are that strong as people
Yeah.
think they are. So many of them they break down. Maybe when they get back to their home, and they will start crying, all that, just because of the things they are going through in their daily lives. But I think we can do better. That it's not um that men too can also have time to like they can also like break down sometimes, and we also have to like support them because most of the time it's women supporting women. For guys like this, we are
You have
bro,
to
come
man
on,
up.
bro, you have to man up, but
Right.
it's meant to break down sometimes. So
I
we
like
should
that.
also
Be a
take
safe
that as
space for your
yes,
fellow men.
yes, of course,
So
yeah.
men, be a safe space for your fellow men.
I feel like the mental health of Nigerians are actually overrated. Like people overlook it a lot. It's not something that people take up as something that okay, let's take it up as an important agenda or something. I I feel like they should try their best to bring up agencies awareness that could speak to people about different mental health. Everyone has different things that they go through. So it's not going to be a bad thing if they try to bring up campaigns or even if it's places that people can go to speak, like having a therapist to speak to, because most people go through things that they don't have anybody to speak to about. And I feel like those are some things that
Can do better at.
we can do better.